YouTubers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Guys, thanks for joining me and being part of the channel, subscribing and liking. Okay, guys, today we're going to look at the average cost of rent in Canadian cities for January of 2021. So if you're living in Canada, let's take a look. And if you're living anywhere else in the Commonwealth, let's do some comparables from your city in the comments below. So there it is, the average cost of rent in Canadian cities for the month of January. So before we kick this off, don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, and set your reminders for upcoming live streams with call-ins. Call into the show and be part of the discussion. Also, let's connect some dots. Canada would be in a recession without money laundering. This was an older article by Better Dwelling from 2019. Well, Canada is basically competing for wealthy investors, and the GDP is made up of Canada's economy's GDP, 80 to 80% plus, is made up of housing. America's headed for that right now. That's why I'm calling America Amerifornia with the new president-select Joe Biden. So what is happening here? So that's happening there. So let's connect the dots. Canada wants more Chinese workers, students, and tourism, immigration minister says. This does not reflect migrants that come to Canada. This reflects more of a business migration or immigration. And Canada is looking for 500,000 per year, and they spend a lot of money, and they need more workers and students in tourist business. So it's not just Canada on the hook for wanting more wealthy immigrants. Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, California, Seattle, Oregon, New York, and Boston and Illinois. Basically all the blue states are like in this kind of thing, and that's why Amerifornia is coming. So there it is. So let's connect the dots even further. This came out not too long ago. These are the small towns people are moving to after they flee Toronto. So we're seeing a mass exodus of people leaving the city of Toronto, and they're propping up the prices in all these other cities and bringing up and pricing out the locals. Douglas Todd, Aboriginals and whites leaving Metro Vancouver. So the people born and raised in their own cities can't afford to maintain a basic lifestyle or sustain a basic lifestyle that our grandparents did, and all they did was have a job, and that's all you needed was a job, and you had everything. Well, it got to a point where our currency became more and more deflated and devalued by obviously printing off more currency and going through this stagflation, inflationatory system we're in right now. We've lowered rates lower than anything than any time historically. So this is a Frankenstein monster we've created. So a lot of people forget that Victor Frankenstein was a doctor, not the monster. So what is affecting us, and what is this banking and this movement of money and transfers of massive amounts of wealth? It's impoverishing the middle class and the working poor. Now the middle class can't even get into anything. Higher upper middle class is considered out of their own markets. Okay, so connect the dots. So vacant homes, a massive problem. Paris put a 60% tax on that because the city of Paris has 107,000 empty homes. Vancouver is sitting at 66,000, and and Toronto is sitting at 99,000. So these are empty homes. So now you're probably wondering, why would anyone leave them empty? I know of several foreign investors. There's one guy I know. I don't know him, but I know of him, who owns over 300 condominiums in Seattle. He bought them when Vancouver put the foreign buyer's tax on. He jumped into the Seattle market, bought 300 condos and left them empty. And he's never been to America. And he probably, I'm not sure, but maybe he doesn't even know where Seattle is on the map. He probably doesn't even care. He has those properties and they're left empty. And this, what is it doing? It's driving young families and putting people into poverty and forcing families and young families into neighboring, not secondary, not tri-cities, but now way out in the middle of the sticks. So what is happening? So this is happening right now. So today we're going to be looking at the average cost of rent in Canadian cities for January. So here's your map. So let's kick it off. So if you live in the province of Ontario, if you live in Canada, you know most of these cities. We are limited in Canada with cities. Texas has more major cities than all of Canada does. Texas has more major, just the state of Texas does. So Canadians are hooped when it comes for finding a place. So this is your one-bedroom rent. So in Vancouver, $1,950. Toronto, $1,830. Burnaby, British Columbia, that's next to Vancouver, $1,660. Victoria, BC, that's on the island, $1,610. Barrie, Ontario, that's north of Toronto, $1,580. Kelowna, BC, that's just very far east of Vancouver. Ottawa, Ontario, that's north of Toronto, $1,410. Hamilton, Ontario, $1,400. I remember when Hamilton, like the downtown area, used to be the hood, but I don't know what's happened to it now. Oshawa, Ontario, 1,400. Oshawa, Ontario. When I was a kid, one bedroom there was going for like less than $200-300 because no one wanted to live out in Oshawa, even though they had a plant there. I think it was an oil or gas plant. I can't remember what it was. Kitchener, Ontario, 1,350. Montreal, Quebec, 1,350. So these are still kind of semi-affordable, but come on, $1,350 for a one bedroom when the average person is taking home maybe 3,200 net, netting maybe 3,000 net. This is pretty tough. People are having a really tough time. So we're looking at the average wage earners, and the average wage earners. Now, why is this happening? Why are people paying so much? Well, I'm going to bring up an article here. Let's see if I could get it on the first try. Vancouver, no. Here we go. I really need to show this to you guys because this is what people are trying to. Why isn't it coming up? Vancouver City now considers $3,700 for a rental unit now affordable. I don't know why it's not coming up. I really want to show this to you guys. Vancouver's now affordable is actually this. Vancouver City Council considers scrapping rental. It's gone. Wow. Or is it $3,400? I can't remember what it was. Sorry, guys. Wow, they got rid of it. Okay, guys, I found something close to it. It used to be $3,400, but now City of Vancouver now deems $2,056 rent for a one-bedroom unit affordable. So there it is right there. Like, yeah, this is affordable. This is like when back in the 80s, when people lived in apartments like this, it'd be, they're going through a bad time or buddy's going through a divorce or something, and they live in an apartment for now till he gets his home. And that's how it was. Like, and then not until the late 90s where like condo living or living in apartments became a real like thing, like where people like actually took serious as a first time buyer or to get into the housing market. Because back in the 90s, like everybody had homes. Like you'd have people that lived in apartments or they were like on unemployment or they were having a tough time and stuff and they lived in a one bedroom. Now living in a one bedroom is considered like royalty. They make it seem like this is affordable, $2,000. I don't know, guys. I beg to differ. A one bedroom, I mean, it's nice and all, but I like my space. Some people don't. Some people are minimalists. They like to have a little bit of just about nothing in their lives around them, which is fine. But I want to know what you guys feel about one bedroom affordability here in Canada. If you're living in Canada, let me know. If you're living in Australia, let me know what you're paying per weekly for your one bedroom. And if you're living in New Zealand and parts of the States and UK, comment below. Let me know what you're paying weekly for, or United States is monthly, weekly in New Zealand and Australia. Let me know what you guys are paying. Comment below. Look forward to reading your comments, and thanks for watching.